All right. So up until this point, we've been kind of building kind of custom user authentication. But Django, again, does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. There's still some things that we're going to have to build on our own, such as like templates. But a lot of it is kind of done for us. Just like in the past lecture where we had to build out our own sign up method and also our sign up form, same with the login form. We're still going to have to do that same thing with the built-in for when using the built-in Django authentication system, because Django doesn't have a sign up form or a sign up class-based auth view method. But if we're looking at the Django authentication system, if we scroll down, where is it? It's got to be in here. URLs, so it's not in this section. Django auth URLs default. Anyway, I'll find it. But first, so I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and build out a Django project and just build out the authentication system using the same routes, the same how it's all configured, how Django uses the built-in configuration. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a virtual environment, Python make venv, source venv bin activate, pip install Django. Now I'm just going to use the built-in user the user table and all of that. All right. So clear. So now I'm going to create a Django project. Django admin start project. I'm just call it my site. Great. I'm going to actually open this. Did I already open it into a new VS Code window? Yeah, cool. So I don't need to do that. So I'm not going to build out a Django app yet. I'm going to use the built-in Django project. So what I'm going to do is Python manage.py migrate. I'm not. Oh, I did that thing again. So rm/rf my site. There we go. Space period. There, that's more like it. So I'm just going to use the built-in user model. I'm not going to extend it. I'm just going to do everything using the default settings and everything. So what I'm going to do, so in the Django project, my site, in the URLs, I'm going to come here and create a new path. Well, I need to import include first, and path slash accounts slash, then I'm going to include the Django's built-in authentication URLs. So Django contrib auth URLs. If I Google that, here in the authentication views, there are different methods to implement these views in your project. The easiest way is to include the provided URL configuration in the auth URLs. So here's the example that we just did. And just by adding this piece of code to this accounts slash and then include the auth URLs, it gives us access to all these URLs. Login, log out, password change done, reset, all of this stuff. So this single line of code just gave us access to all these URLs. guess I could. Any questions on that? All right. So I'm just going to type in something, login view. I wanted to be able to find it in the Django. I don't know if you recall, where it goes, the login view. So URL documentation. All right. But the login view provided a default route to where like it gets where it looks for a template. Do you remember in the other page it said like login view template name equals when you get provided a specific template? Well, in here we're gonna actually, instead of looking for templates inside of our Django app, which you don't have yet, we're gonna look for templates inside of our, not necessarily Django project, but yeah, inside of our Django project. So in the same level as manage.py, I'm gonna create a templates directory, just like we did previously. Templates, and then inside of the templates directory, we're gonna create another directory called registration. And then inside of there is where we're going to create our login.html. Then in here, we're going to create a login form. So a login, method post, cserf token, form asp, and login. But now, since we aren't utilizing a Django app or templates inside of a Django app, we need to tell Django to look in a different directory to look for templates. So inside of our settings, if you scroll down, installed apps, middleware, templates, the directory that we want to look at is the base directory, which is the base directory of our Django app. So right here, templates. So it's saying, hey, look in this base directory inside of the templates folder. So that's in settings in our Django project where it says DIRs directory. We're just going to do base directory templates. And then all the way at the bottom, we're going to have a login redirect URL. We're going to overwrite that and have it just go to / here, because before when we would log in the past lecture, it would log us into accounts/profile. That's the default login redirect URL. But now we just want to go to like the home page, just the / Any questions on that so far?
I actually do have a question.
Yep.
So your directories, you just used a base _ directory templates, correct?
Correct.
So in other reading I've done, it uses a string and then it uses the, it puts that as a, identifies it as a string and then puts that into parentheses base directory and uses a join path. What's the difference?
So that is the older way of how you do like os.join, like os.something.join, and then join something, whatever. So that was the old way that Django 3 point something had you do it. But Django now has this base directory environmental variable to point us directly to the base directory. That's all it is. It's just a newer version of Django allows us to get to the base directory quickly.
Well, like under your templates.
I'm sorry?
Under your templates. So this does a join path with templates. Is that still an old way of doing it? Under your, in your settings under templates.
Yeah, so the old way where is it? Let me see if I can find some old code. So like right here.
Yes.
Yeah. So right here, it used to be like, I don't know if it was like, I don't know. It used to be like os.path.join, some other base direct, some other directory templates. It used to be like something, and there'd be like another variable here, I believe, or something like that. Is that how it used to be, or that in the documentation, something similar to this? Not.
No. So it's inside your brackets, it's string and then a set of parentheses and then base underscore directory dot join path and then another set of parentheses and then templates.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that from like some other documentation you saw?
Yeah, it's from a book.
Okay. That might work. You just got to be kind of weird. They might have to import something for that to work as well.
Okay.
Because there's an old way of doing it. Not really an old way.
I've seen the
different
OS.
way.
I've seen the OS that way. And then I've
Mhm.
seen this way, but I hadn't seen just using the base directory, comma templates.
Yeah. And this is just because Django, I don't know what Django version. So I don't know what documentation you're looking at. This is a relatively new within the past year and a half or so that Django added this base directory environmental variable.
I'll send you the link to it. Copyright
Okay.
2022.
Okay. But yeah, there are multiple ways to do it.
Okay.
But this just gives us a quick, this environmental variable gives us a quick way to get to the base directory of our Django project. All right. So with that, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and run the server, Python manage.py, run server. All right. So if I go to localhost accounts/login, there gives us this login route. That's because when we go to accounts/login, this automatically, Django has it automatically look inside of the registration directory, login template inside of our base templates here at the base level of our Django project. If we had these located somewhere else, it wouldn't work. We'd have to tell Django to look somewhere else for it, or do it like we did in the previous lecture where it's like login view, point somewhere else, look at a different template name. All right. So now let's go ahead and create another path. When we just go to home, so we're not going to admin, we're not going to go to accounts. We're going to, does anybody know of a class that might only display a template? So we have class-based views. If I scroll down here, we have a template view. So if I click on template view, renders a given template with the context containing parameters captured in the URL. So I don't know where that went, but here is an example. So I'm going to use this. So template view as view. So I'm going to have to import the template view. So from, or how do I, template view, again, template view is a class-based view method that literally only renders a template. So instead of rendering the about HTML, I'm going to render a home. Where is it? Name equals home. Why is that giving me an error? Template as view. Too many. There we go. So now I need to create a inside of our templates. I'm going to, but not, so this where can we get a little confusing. Inside of our templates, not inside of our registration. So just inside of our templates, I'm going to create a base template. So to remember templating, having a base template with the block title and block content. So here's my base template. So that's going to render every time a template is ran. So I have a block title, Django auth tutorial, and a block content. And then also on the same level, in the same directory as the templates, but not in the registration, I'm going to create a home.html. And then in here, I'm going to copy some code. So I'm going to extend the base template. I've got the block title to say home. And here inside the block content, I'm going to do some logic. So if the user is authenticated, display their name, then display a log out link. Else, it's going to say you are not logged in, and then a link to the login page. So that's what this template is. This template view is literally just rendering this template. All right. So since we're using the base view, now we can refactor our template or our login page. So I'm gonna come over here. So extend the base instead of, I'm going to say login, and then block content. Oh man. So end block. So we should be familiar with doing templating and base templates. You don't need to do this, but this is just a quick refresher on how this works. All right. So we have our accounts /login, account /logout, account /forgot password or whatever. Right here. Let's actually go to the home page. So just / like so. Uh-oh. Accounts did not match any of these. Let's see what's going on here. We go to / template view home. Why isn't that working yet? So does the login page. There we go. So here we're at the home page. It's just, there's nothing after the 8,000. So it says you are not logged in. You can see it comes in here. There's no user. So user is not authenticated. It says you are not logged in. Now I can click the login page and it takes me to accounts /login. All right. Next, since I'm using the built-in Django user model, I can create a super user. So Django or Python manage.py, create super user. I'll just use all the default 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So if I run the server and do login, TA pre, or let's go ahead and just do a hard refresh. So if I do TA pre, 1, 2, 3, it redirected me to the home page, and now it says hi TA pre. I can log out. And now it took me to this accounts logout page. So this is the default Django admin logout page. But we can change that by in our settings, if we scroll all the way down, just like we had the login redirect URL, we can also have the log out redirect URL. So log out redirect URL, again, we can go to /home or whatever this is, or we can actually use a named route like home, because our URLs has a named route called home. So if I go back and log in, hide TA preet. Now if I log out, still did that. I think I have to restart the server. The
I don't think you renamed it. It's both.
You are correct. I'm just going to kill the server again. Thank you for that. So log in. Now, if I log out, it redirected me to the home. It just says you are not logged in. All right. So now we have accounts, we have login, log out. Now we need to do sign up. Sign up's a little more involved. What can we do? We could literally, no, we can't do that. So we could just literally like in here do like class sign up, create view, just like we did previously to create a sign up. Let's go ahead and create a separate Django app for that. So Python manage.py start app, and the start app I'm going to call accounts. So I just created a new Django app called accounts. So I'm going to register it here in the settings, accounts. I'm going to close all that. And now I'm going to go to path accounts /. So I'm going to say include accounts.urls here as well. So what you can have multiple things, multiple URLs pointing to different items, but it's going to come in here, read accounts. So if I go to like a login, it's going to come into here. All right, look in the URLs. There's nothing called login. All right, come down here. Look at the auth URLs. There's a URL called login. So now in my accounts, I'm going to create a URLs. And I'm going to do from Django URLs, import path from import views, then URL pattern. Path. If I just go to sign up, so this literally account, this accounts Django app is literally just going to be able to handle sign up. So goes to URLs, comes over here, goes to sign up. I'm going to do in views dot sign up dot as view. You can say name equals sign up, like so. And now in our views, we can create that sign up class that inherits from the create view. So create view Django, just like we did in the past one. Create view. Whoop. Where'd it go? So like so. Edit instead of form view, we're going to do the create view. So class sign up inherits the create. Inherits from the create view class. Now, if I looked at the old code, we'd have a form class. Like what form do we want the user or to display for the user? And we could use our own form like we did previously. So I'm going to actually open up that code. So here's Django built-in template. Oh, where is it? So here's what we did in the past lecture. We had in the views, we had the sign up view create. So we had something like this. What model? We don't need to have a model because we're already using the built-in user model. But we had this form class that inherited from the sign up form, and the sign up user form inherited from the user creation form. So we can use just the default user creation form if we wanted to, which is what I'm going to do. So use the user creation form. Where is it? You can say like the success URL. We can just go to what is it? The home page, I guess. And then what template do we want to render to the user? So we're going to have to create a new template. So inside of the registration, on the same level as the login, we're going to create a signup.html. And we're going to extend the base. We're going to give it a sign up title inside the block content, sign up method post, cserf token, form as p, have a sign up button like so. So now if we go to home slash accounts slash sign up, it should go bring up the sign up view method. Comes in here, sign up view, like so. We're gonna have to give it a template name, or is it template name? Template name equals registration / signup.html. So in 3 lines of code or 4 lines of code, we got login. What's going on? Oh, Python manage.py run server. /login. Maybe I want to inside of the login. I'm going to give the sign up. Sign up. And then in the sign up page, I'm going to add the login. So now in the login page, I have a link to the sign up. And there we go. Took us to accounts, sign up. And here is the built-in user creation form that we're inheriting from the Django auth forms module. Well, this is that default. So username, if I say like Tom, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and say sign up. It says you are not logged in, so I can log in. ABC and log in. Uh-oh. What happened? So maybe I didn't log in. There we go. I must have misspelled my password. So there we got log in, log out, sign up another user. Sign up, log in. All right, go. Now that user is logged in, I can refresh. There we go. Now if I can always visit the admin panel. And you can see all the users I've created so far. So this is just like I want to say it's a quick way to do user sign up versus how we were doing it previously, but it is just another way we can do it, and it kind of handles a lot for us. So the only things we did, we imported the auth URLs going to accounts / login, log out, password change, all these URLs. So that's what that one line of code does. And in order to conform to their built-in, how these built-in login view login class view, log out class view, we had to create a registration or create a templates directory at the base directory of the Django project, inside of then create a registration directory, and then inside of that registration directory, create the login and sign up. And then on the level above that, create the base and home. We didn't have to create a base template, but we did anyway. We also renamed the login redirect URLs because we don't want them to navigate to like account / profile or account / log out. We want them to navigate to a different URL or a different route. And then the only thing we actually had to do was make a custom sign up view. So for that custom sign up view, we created an entire different Django app, or an entire Django app called accounts, and added the accounts URLs to the Django project URLs. And then account / sign up, we created a sign up view method that inherited from the create view method, which we've already done before previously. And the form that they're displaying is the user creation form. The success URL, when a user is successfully created, where to redirect the user to, the user to. So we're just going to /home. And then what template do we want to use? We're going to the registration directory and displaying the sign up form. And all that is here in today's lecture material. So I literally just went through this entire thing. It's from an older tutorial. I kind of adjusted it because it uses some different, like an older version of Django. But yeah.